Everyone, and welcome to week 2 of our e-learning business leadership course. I hope your first week went well and that you are now adjusting to the routine of this course. I know that every teacher sets things up differently, but I've been told that the way that this has been designed is really quite seamless and that you'll get really used to it quickly. By now, you will have understood that every Sunday at 8 p.m., I will be posting this weekly breakdown on our activity feed. So you can orient yourself to the week ahead before you even go into school mode on Monday morning. I find a lot of e-learning students really prefer this method because it allows them to organize their time because a lot of you are balancing other in-school courses along with this one. With your e-learning course, you have more flexibility. You're not required to be in a classroom. And the deadline for your assignments are traditionally the following week, Monday at 8 a.m. So you have the week to complete the tasks. Hopefully by now you're feeling a bit of a flow in how you're going to organize yourselves. A lot of students prefer to get the stuff done on the designated date. Some students prefer to get everything done on a Monday and just get everything for e-learning done, in advance of the week ahead. And some students prefer to leave it towards the end of the week or on the weekend. Either way, you really need to stay on top of your stuff with e-learning because it's very easy to let this course slide while you're in class with your other courses. If you do that, of course, you're going to see that in your overall marks. So with this being a grade 12 academic course, hopefully by now you're getting your organization flow in mind. So last week you had a weekly breakdown. I took you through some logistics of the course. You were required to do the 4 participation activities, one each day, and you were required to complete your first discussion post as well as your first journal entry. So I'm going to take you through what we're going to be doing this week now. So again, here's our weekly breakdown. This has been posted on our activity feed. Every single day has a designated amount of things that you need to do. So again, how you organize your time is up to you, though I strongly recommend you do chunk everything, and that's why I've done the chunking here for you. So today, Monday, September 13th, you're required to watch this video. This is on the course expectations. Now, I actually did this video last year, so I think I say Happy Thursday in it, but of course it might not be Thursday when you're watching this, but it goes through basically the course expectations, what I expect of you. It's about 20 minutes long. I talk about citations in this as well as how to write a business report. It's a really important video to watch. It's not the most exciting video. It might bore you, but I really advise that you watch it because it's really going to set you up for success in this course. And it'll give you an understanding of what my expectations are of you as an academic grade 12 student, okay? In that video, I go through the course outline, the how to write a business report, the citation guide, all of that. So everything that you need to do for today's class is in that video, which is, again, why it's really important that you watch the video. Okay, so that's basically your lesson for today, okay? This is also a participation activity for today. Make sure that you are completing the participation activity every single day this week on the day that it has been assigned to you, because that is your attendance check. So if you don't complete the participation activity today, Monday, for day 5, then you'll be marked absent for Monday's class. This will only remain for this week. Next week, starting next week, we only have 1 participation activity to complete for the entire week. This is, again, just so that the admin team with the e-learning campus can make sure that you are where you need to be and that you're doing what you need to do, okay? So tomorrow, on Tuesday, we've got a lesson. So the Dynamic New Workplace is your very first official lesson of the class. You're responsible for opening up the slide deck. So all of these slide decks have been hyperlinked in here. Opening it up and then going through the lesson. I strongly recommend that you take notes, okay? This is really, really important because it helps you stay organized, and you do have tests and you do have an examination in this course. And so when you get to the tests, you're going to want to have a solid foundation and a solid notes so that you can study, right? And if you don't, you're going to be toggling trying to find everything again. Of course, also the notes and the lessons are incredibly important because you're going to be applying what you learn from those lessons to your assignments, and that's how you get your marks. So you're responsible for opening up the slide decks and then going through the lessons and taking your own notes so that you have your own notes that you can use to apply to the upcoming assignments. Okay, so all of that information is there. If you have questions about any of the content that you see in these slide decks, you're maybe just not sure, hey, I'm reading about this and I don't really understand her explanation of intellectual capacity or intellectual capital, you can send me an email and we can unpack that together. Okay. So again, it's really up to you. Taking that responsibility and that initiative in an e-learning classroom is really important. Okay, then you're responsible for reading this article on 8 ways Generation Z will differ from other generations. So you're going to go through that. And again, I recommend that you take notes on any article or any TED Talk or anything that I give you in this course, because technically that's your learning, and then you'll be applying that to assignments and tests in the future. Okay. Wednesday, you have your second assignment. This is based on the lesson from Tuesday. Go figure, right? Again, you do need to take notes and understand the concepts in order to be successful on the assignments. So this has been posted in Dropbox. It's just a Q&A. So again, you're going to go through the lesson and then apply that information to this in an inquiry assignment, and you're going to go and answer the questions. Create a Google document, answer the questions in the Google document, or you can just make a copy of this document and answer the questions below, and then you'll submit that to Dropbox. It's due next Monday at 8 a.m. Again, for consistency purposes, everything that we do throughout the week is due the following Monday at 8 a.m. So you can kind of do the work as you need to do it. Okay. Here's another TED Talk that you'll be watching. So start aiming for perfection and stop fearing failure. Excuse me. I did not say that tongue tie there. So you're going to watch this TED Talk. Again, I strongly recommend that you take notes, because you will be seeing that, of course, on an upcoming assignment right here, journal entry number 2. So on Thursday, you'll be assigned this based off of the TED Talk, and then also the business communication presentations lesson. This is going to be important for your project next week. So again, go through the lesson, make sure that you understand the content. Journal entry number 2 has been posted in Dropbox. This is going to be based on the lessons from this week, as well as the TED Talk and the article that you read. So this will be a Google document that you open, that you reply to the questions that are in the Google document. And again, I'm going to be looking for strong connections to the lessons from this week, as well as the article, as well as the TED Talk that you've been assigned to listen to. Again, complete your participation activity. And then on Friday, you have a period to complete all of that. Okay, so I will often do that for you. Again, just gives you more time to complete the weekly tasks. And again, just a reminder to complete the participation activity as well. Okay, so just to summarize this week, you guys have this 20-minute lesson going through the course expectations. It's going to talk to you about Chicago citations, really important, because I'll be expecting that you use Chicago citations in this class. You've got 2 lessons, so the dynamic new workplace, as well as the business communication lesson. My expectation is that you take notes on these lessons, okay? You've got an article to read. You've got an assignment based on the first lesson. You've got a TED Talk to watch, and then you've got your second assignment. So 2 assignments this week, the journal entry that's been posted in Dropbox. Both have been posted there. If you have any questions about the assignment, so say you go into the journal entry here, and you're reading it. And again, this has been posted in Dropbox, so you can go through it there as well. And you're reading through it, and you've got these videos that you have to watch, and, you're like, okay, based on the business communication lesson, challenge yourself to prepare a voiceover or a video reflection for this assignment. And you're like, I don't know how to do that, right? I assume that a lot of us do know how to do that because we were all virtual last year, but maybe you don't. That would be a good opportunity for you to reach out to me and send me an email, and we can work on figuring out how you would do that, okay? So again, you might come up with questions. We're not in a regular classroom environment in this way that you can just come up and talk to me. But the answer to that problem is not to just ignore the problem and not reach out to me. The answer to that problem is to reach out to me, okay? So, I get a lot of emails every single day, and my objective is always to get back to my e-learning students within 24 hours, because I realize that's the only way you can communicate with me. My emails might be quick, but that's just because I'm trying to get back to you quickly. But if you're confused and you're not understanding something, don't feel like you're a burden. You have to be able to communicate that to me. Otherwise, you really won't know. And I don't expect anything different. Okay, so don't feel like you're being a pain by emailing me. Okay, I really want you to recognize that. One thing I also wanted to point out to you is that sorry, let me just get out of here, is that in our under content, I know I mentioned, and again, in that 20-minute video that you're expected to watch as part of Monday's lesson, I mentioned that you are required to do Chicago style citations in this class. You will be deducted marks if you don't use citations when you need to. And again, I often get a lot of e-learning students emailing me saying, do I need to do citations for this assignment? Always assume you do if you're asking that question. But again, sometimes it's a good question to ask. So don't hesitate to email me about that. But this is a whole, and I actually take you through this in the video, but there's a whole package here for you guys to go through. If you've never used Chicago style citations before, there's tons and tons of great resources here to help you. But the best resource, in my opinion, is this video that I created for you. And I actually just teach you about citations. It's not a long video, but it really summarizes, I think, how to do it in a very concrete way. So I strongly recommend that you watch this video as well if you've never done Chicago before. I do think it will help guide you in that. But again, if you have any questions about how to do it, or you're working on something and you're not sure if it's accurate, that's where you would email me. Okay? So I hope that this video helps to make sense of the week ahead. But again, you might have to go back through the video, watch it a couple of times just to reorient yourself. Reminder that these videos are essentially your lesson. So it's, instead of being in class listening to your teacher, you're watching these videos. So it is expected that you are going through them, and you might have to rewind and watch them a couple of times to make sure that you get all of that important information, okay? So that's that. The good thing is you've got those lessons there. Hopefully that helps. That's our week ahead. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me. Stay on top of everything, work really hard, and I'll see you online.